Hi guys, welcome to our new video. As you can see in the screen, we are yet again back with another interesting idea, and in this video we are going to build our own resume builder. As you can see in the screen, there will be a nice looking design of the resume, and you can control the elements for that resume from this control panel, and finally you can download the PDF, right? So if you want to edit the things, you can easily select it and change your name, change your title, senior engineer, something like this. You can easily change your email as well. You can change your phone number, country, address, whatever you want, you can change it. And by default we'll be providing one experience for you, and if you want to add more, you can use this button to add more experience and edit it however you want. Okay, after you've done everything, you will just download the PDF, and as you can see, it will have the resume of yours. Okay, cool. So let's build it together. Okay, so let's move on to here. Let me add some HTML here. I'll call it resume builder using JavaScript. All right, so, and let me remind you that I'm going to use some JS libraries. Let me include them. Okay, let's not go into deep about this. This is just to for the PDF download, and this one is for the canvas, and this one is for the font awesome, right? So we'll be using each of these as we go along this video. So let me create some HTML now. App container, and inside it I'll have controls panel, and the next thing will be resume container. Let me call it resume ID, because I want to download the PDF with the content inside this element. So for that purpose I'm giving it ID, which I'll be using in further steps. Okay, so this control panel would be this thing, and the preview will be this thing. Okay, makes sense. Now let me create some more sections here. I'll call it section title, and let me make it h2, and I'll call it controls. Inside controls I'll have a couple of buttons. I'll call it button. ID will be add experience, and I'll call it add experience. Let's see. Okay, this is what I wanted. And not only experience, I need to add education, and also skill. Similarly, I would also want a download button. I'll call it download PDF, something like this. Yeah, this is cool. So we are done with the controls. We'll design it after making all this HTML, so don't worry about that. We'll be doing all custom CSS later on. So let me create a resume header, and what I'll do inside it, I'll create header left and header right. I'll have two sections. As you can see here, this will be header left and this will be header right. Okay, so for the left section, what I need is I need h1. I'll need to provide my name here, and in h2 I'll need to provide the title. Okay, I'll call it professional title. Let's see. Yeah, this is what I wanted. So as you can see, this can be editable, right? This should be editable, in fact. So to make it editable, it's very easy. What I'm gonna do is content editable equals true. Whatever the sections I want to make them editable, I will be adding this attribute to them. And as you can see now, you can easily edit this one. Okay, we are going good. Also, let me add some class to it so that I can provide CSS afterwards. Let me call it name and editable. So for this one, job title and editable. Okay, you won't see any changes right now because I have not provided any CSS yet. So for the right section, I'll create a class with contact info, and inside that I'll have multiple contact items. Let's start with the email one. So I'm going to use FA envelope. Okay, and it will be span with something like email@example.com. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, I'm making use of the font awesome that I have included here to show the icon, right? So after email, I'll need 2 more of these. So the next one would be maybe phone, and for this one I'll show some phone number, maybe +1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, something like this. Let's see. Yeah, phone is working. And the last one would be the address, right? So for the address, maybe map marker alt, and the address would be something like city country. Yeah, this is working good. Okay, we're done with the header part, right? So what next? Let's move on to the next section. This is the contact item, this is the contact info, this is header right, and this one is the resume header. So after the header, I need to create another section. I'll call it section, and inside it I'll write h3. I'll name it class of section title, and this will be professional summary. Let's see. Yeah, this is the section I'm doing currently now. Oh, I forgot something. I haven't added classes here. No, I need to add classes here and make it editable as well. Content editable true. I need this for all the things. Yeah, and what about the classes? Let me add a class editable. Class editable. Similarly, class editable. You know why I'm adding this class? Actually it was not required, but what I'm going to do is I will be providing some extra CSS to all the elements that have this class editable, right? So that's why I'm providing this class to all these editable sections. Okay, I don't want to make this editable, so let's leave it. So after that, I will create another div with class equals editable. This one is also editable, so I'll make it content editable true. Okay, fine. And inside it there will be some text, right? This is the one, so I'm gonna copy it and paste it here for now. Let's see. Okay, this is done. Now let's move on to the work experience, right? So for the work experience, I'm gonna add new section, and I'll also call it as experience section. I don't need add. I'll be appending more experiences when I click on the add experience button. That's why I needed this ID. So inside it, I'll need a title as above. It won't be professional summary, it will be work experience, and inside it I'll have one experience item, experience, not section, item. And inside the experience item, I need h4, which will say the position, maybe something like senior position, and there will be class of meta info. It will also be content editable true. Okay, let's add editable also, because this is content editable, and this will contain the company name separated by the duration of work. Okay, maybe present 2020 to present. So I forgot one thing here. No, this is not editable. That's good, but this is editable. Content editable equals true and class is equals to editable. Okay, it's good up to now. So I need another p tag with content editable equals true, class is equals to editable, and it will also have some text in it. Okay, this is the text. Yeah, this is good. Let me replicate it and let's see. Yeah, we're good to go. Maybe I can change the text also. Let's change the text. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, we're done with the experience section. Now education. So for the education, it's almost a similar thing. Let me copy this one. Let me call it education section, and this won't be work experience, it will be education, and it won't be an experience item, it will be education item. Okay, and it's not the senior position, it's the name of the degree, right? Something like Bachelor of Science in Computer Studies, something like this. Okay, and for this one, it won't be company name, it will be university name, and this would be almost similar. Maybe let's make it 2016 to 2020. Okay, and for this one, it will be something like graduated with honors, GPA 3.75. Okay, something like this. And for the last one, something like, let's copy from here. Okay, this one. Yeah, this is good. Let's see. Yeah, it's working fine. And after education, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna design the skills section. So for the skills, let me copy this thing. Let me close this. This will be a skills, and it will be skill section, or let me call it a skill section. Let me do one thing. I don't need it here, maybe here. So let me make it a skill, class is equals to skills container, and I'll provide ID here, skills container, and inside skills I'll have multiple spans. It will have a class of skill tag, and this is gonna be editable as well. Content editable equals true. Maybe the first skill, maybe project management, something like this. I'm gonna replicate it for a couple of times. Let me change the text. Maybe team leadership, something like strategic planning. What next? The most important thing, problem solving, something like this. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the skill section is also done. And with this, we are done with the HTML part. Now let's start designing it. Okay, this can be a bit challenging. Okay, never mind, we'll go on with it. Okay, we want to make this template as this design. Okay, so let's get started. So where do we start now? Let's start with the root. Okay, so I'm gonna use these color combinations for my design. So let me copy them and paste it here. Okay, so I'm gonna use all these colors here. So let's start with this one. For all elements, what I'm gonna do, box sizing would be border box, margin 0, padding 0. This should be it. And for the other elements, let's start with body. let's make use of some fonts. Okay, this would work fine. You can use any font you want. Line height would be probably 1.6. Let me use background color with variable background color, and color would be text color, which I have already defined in above. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the colors are working for the body. Now app container, maybe max width of 1200 px, margin 0 auto so that it comes in the center, display flex, and gap of 2 rem. Let's see. Yeah, it's getting into shape now. For the controls panel, let me use flex 00 and 300 px. Let's see. Yeah, it's regarding the width of the element. And let me use background. I will use linear gradient of 145 degree probably, with the primary color and the dark blue color. Okay, this should work fine. Yeah, this is what I wanted. And after background, I will also need to provide some padding here, 1.5 rem, border radius probably 12 px, and then box shadow 0, 4 px, 15 px. Let me use something. Okay, let me do 76 and something like 126 with opacity 0.15. let's see, box shadow. Okay, not bad. And height would be fit content. Yeah, this is cool. And now resume container. No, let's first complete the controls panel. So controls panel and section title. The section title inside the control panel. The color would be white. Border bottom color would be this one color. Let's see. Okay, I'll need to provide something for section title first. So let me provide it for the section title. The color would be primary color. Font size would be 1.4 rem. Font weight will be probably 600. Margin bottom of 1.2 rem. Padding bottom would be somewhere around 0.8 rem. Border bottom would be, not color, border bottom would be 3 px solid, and the color would be light blue. Text transform, I'm gonna make it uppercase. Letter spacing, I'll need to increase a bit. Let me go with 1.5 px. Yeah, this is cool. This looks good. So we're done with this part. Now we need to design the button, right? So for the button, display inline block, padding of 1 rem, 1.5 rem, border none, not the bottom, border none, border radius 8 px, background the accent color. Let's see how it looks. Okay, it's getting into shape. Then color, it would be dark blue. Font size would be somewhere around 0.95 rem. Font weight would be 600. Cursor pointer, because it's clickable. Text align would be center. margin 0.5 rem and 0, width would be 100%. Let's see how it looks. Yeah, this is looking good. And more thing is text transform. Let's make it uppercase as well. Uppercase. Letter spacing would be 1px. Okay, this is looking good now. So I need to add some hover effect to it. Let me add them. If hover on button, then let's change the background color to light blue. Let's change the box shadow as well. 0, 4px, 12px, 0, 0, 0 with opacity of 0.1. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Okay, not bad. Let me add one more effect. Okay, transform, translate in y direction, translate in y direction with minus 2px. Let's see. Yeah, but I want to make it smooth, so I'm gonna add transition here. Transition all 0.3 second is. Now it will be smooth transition. Yeah, see. Okay, we're done with the controls now. Let's move on to the actual resume part. Okay, so for the resume, let's start with the resume container, right? Resume container. I'll use it flex1, background white, padding 3 rem, border radius 12px, box shadow of 0, 4px, 15px, with the color combination, right, which I have already used in above here. Maybe this one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, this is cool. So let me now do it for the resume header. It will use a display grid template, columns 2fr and 1fr. Let's see. Yeah, this is cool. And gap would be 2 rem, margin bottom would be 2 rem, padding bottom would be 2 rem, border bottom, I'll need some border at the bottom, maybe 3px solid with color of light blue. Yeah, this is cool. And after this, what I need to do, maybe padding 2 rem, so that I don't need to use this one, and border radius of 8px. Let's see. Yeah, for this design. Okay, border radius. And now let's move on to the name. Font size would be 2.8 rem, color would be the primary color. Let's see. Yeah, cool. And font weight 700, letter spacing minus 0.5px, line height 1.2, margin bottom 0.5 rem, and finally text shadow 2px, 2px, 4px, the same color combination 43, 76, 126 with opacity 0.1. Okay, not bad. So after name, let's move on to the job title. Let's try to finish this as soon as possible, right? Font size 1.6 rem, color would be maybe secondary color, font weight would be 500, margin bottom would be 1 rem. So this one is also done. Now for the contact info, display flex flex direction would be column, gap would be 0.8 rem, and font size would be 0.95 rem. Okay, and contact item, display flex, align items center, gap 0.8 rem, color would be the primary color, padding would be 0.5 rem, border radius would be 6px, and let me add hover effect first and then I'll add the transition. So contact item, hover. I'm gonna change the background color to light blue. So to make it smooth, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add transition all 0.3 seconds is. Let's see. Am I missing something here? Leave it, just leave it. Let's go on with the design. Contact item I, the color would be secondary color, width would be 20px, height would be 20px. Let's see, am I missing something? Let's check this one. Is it the same? Oh, it's the contact items, not the item. Okay, let me correct it first. It's not the contact items, it's the contact item. Now let me check it. Yeah, this is cool now. Okay, so after the icon, let me go to section. It will have margin bottom of 2.5 rem. For the, let's check it out. Okay, now let's move on to the experience item. Experience item, and also for the education item we'll do the same design. So margin bottom would be 1.5 rem, padding of 1.5 rem, border left 4px solid, with the color secondary color. Let's use background color with linear gradient to right, with the color light blue and white. Okay, so border radius would also be 0, 8px 0. Let's see. Yeah, this is looking good. Now let's add the hover effect to it. Let me copy it. Let's do hover effect for both education and experience item. I'll transform it, translate in Y direction. Let me do it in X direction with 5px, and so let's add some box shadow, 0, 4px, 12px, the same color combination, right? 43, 76, 126, with opacity 0.1. Let's see. Yeah, so let's make it smooth now. As you already know, I'll just add the transition here. Transition all 0.3 seconds is. That's it. Yeah, this is cool, this is cool. Okay, so we're almost done now. The only thing that's remaining is the skills section. So for the skills container, is it the same name? Yeah, it is. So for the skills container, display grid, grid template columns, it will be repeat autofill with min max 150px, 150px or 1fr. Gap would be 1 rem, margin top would be 1 rem. Let's see. Yeah, now for the skill tag, background would be light blue, padding would be 0.8 rem followed by 1.2 rem, border radius would be 20px, font size would be 0.9 rem, color would be the primary color. Let's see. Yeah, let's add some more thing to it. Okay, border 2px solid, border color, text align center. Let's add the hover effect to it as well. I'll change the background to accent color, transform and translate y by -2px. Also box shadow 0. Let me copy the box shadow thing and let me use this one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's make it smooth now with the transition. All 0.3 seconds is, yeah, cool. So we're done with the design part, right? Now let's add the functionality. We can change easily, we can change everything easily. Yeah, it's changing. So we need to add the functionality for all these 4 buttons, right? So let's start with add experience, and we'll be doing this using, as you know, we'll use JavaScript for this thing. Okay, so before starting the thing, let's capture the event, right? So what I'm gonna do, document dot get element by id add experience, it's the button, RINC add experience dot add event listener. On click, I'll call it function, right? Easy. Okay, let's copy it and replicate it for the add education and skill also. And similarly, I also need it for the download button, right? So download button. Okay, we've captured all the 4 events. Now let's start with the add experience. So what I'll do, I'll get the experience section equals document dot get element by id experience section. I don't need add. Yeah, this is fine. Now I'll create a new experience. I'll call it new experience equals document dot create element a div. Okay, and new experience dot class name, its class name would be experience item as we used in the previous thing. And now let me change the inner HTML, new experience dot inner HTML equals, okay, let me add some HTML over here. So it will be the same thing. I can copy it from here. This will be the same thing, right? So I can copy and paste here. What I will change, oh, my bad, this is not the one. I copied the wrong thing. I would need to copy this thing. Yeah, this is the thing. So what I need to change here is the h4 is fine, and this is also fine. Let me add just okay, I can add both, it doesn't matter. Let's close it. Yeah, it's fine. Now then, experience section dot append child with the new experience. Let's see, it should work now. I have one experience. If I add more, yeah, I do have another one. I can easily change this as well. Okay, this looks good. So let's do the same thing. Okay, let's copy it and paste it over here, and then close it. Okay, so for the education part, it's gonna be add education. This is correct. This is not experience section, this would be education section, and it will be education section. I'll create div, that's fine. It's not new experience, it's new education, right? It's education item. Okay, cool. And for the education item, I'll be copying the HTML from the education part. So it's gonna be this thing. Yeah, this is good. Okay, so after I'm ready with this section, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna append it to the education section. Education section dot append child new education. Let's see for the education thing. There's one education. If I add more, no, it's not working. Let's see the error. I'm sure there's some error here. Yeah, it is. If I add education, there's an error, and the error is in this line. Let's see, what does it say? Cannot read properties of null. It means this is null. Education section is null. Why is it null? Isn't there an education section? No, there is not. Maybe I'm missing some spelling here. Education section, this is correct. Isn't the spelling correct? Yes, it is. Oh, there is double I. It should work now. Yeah, you can see I can add any number of educations now. Okay, this is working. Now let's move on to the skill section. So for the skill, it should be a bit easier one. Let's say skills container equals document that get element by id. Skills container, let's create new skill equals document that create element div. Oh no, there was a span. New skill dot class name would be skill tag. New skill dot content editable equals true. New skill dot text content equals something. Okay, equals maybe new skill. And finally, skills container dot append child would be new skill. Okay, this should work as fine. No, it's not working. Let's see why is it not working. Maybe I don't have this ID. Yes, I have this ID. Let's see the error. Okay, yeah, there's some error. Maybe I forgot some bracket or what. Skills container here. Oh, this is spelling mistake. So I can now add any number of skill I want. Yeah, it's adding on. Okay, the only thing we are now left to do is the download feature, right? So for the download, let's go to here. Now we're gonna use the JS PDF thing, right? So const JS PDF equals window.js pdf, const pdf equals new js pdf with ppt and a4. Okay, const resume element is equals to document dot get element by id resume. I want to print this. Actually, I want to convert this element into the pdf, right? Now I'm going to use html to canvas resume element with scale of 2, use course true, then what? I'll get const image data equals canvas dot to data url in image png form, then get the image width equals 595.28, const image height equals canvas dot height into image width by canvas dot width. Now I need to extract it to png, maybe pdf dot add image data to png, starting at 00, it's an integer 00 and ending at image width and image height. Okay, now I can save it. pdf.save resume.pdf. this is the name of the file that will be downloaded. Okay, let's see. Let me refresh it. Let me change the name to John Doe and let me call him senior engineer. Let's download it. Okay, there's some error. Let's check the error. Let's get to the point, exact point. Where is the error? Okay, in this line there is error. Oh, I forgot something here. What I need to do here is I need to add a canvas here and then call this one. Okay, this should work fine now. Let's change the name. Let's try to download it. There's still some error. Yeah, there's a spelling mistake again. I'm doing a lot of spelling mistakes right now. Where is it? The window thing? Yeah, window. Let's download it. No. Oh, this is the error. Why do I need double T? Yeah, you can see now I can download it easily. Okay, let's check another thing. Okay, let's change this to John Doe and senior engineer. Let's add some more education and more experience. Okay, cool. Now let's download the PDF. As you can see, yeah, it's working perfectly. All right. So you already know that you can find all of the source code here. I have given it in the link description below. You can visit that link and get access to all these source codes. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll come up with another interesting topic very soon. So don't forget to subscribe us if you want more interesting and useful videos like this. This much for today. Cheers guys.